So, how about market corrections? Look, they happen, they're inevitable, they're real. But in this video, I'm going to show you the tweaks and the different approach I use to find stocks during market corrections for money presses. I can't wait for you to discover this one. This week, we'd sold the 225 puts, and we own right now the April 215 puts, and we're going to, I'm looking to extend out those April puts, and I'm just looking at the option chain right now and just looking to see. Well, it goes to April. They're now the June options, but anyway, we'll extend those out. But if there's any type of week where, and we took in a $5.10 premium, and it was looking okay. Well, for most of the week, it was a couple, $2 or $3 in the money, and then the Ukraine thing. But talk about just not being like with your eyes peeled, like every 5 seconds on the market. There's a pace that you need to have where we want to be observant. We want to know what's going on, but I don't know if you want to know what's going on like every minute or two. So there's this rhythm, especially with a weekly rhythm with a money press strategy, where we kind of want to not look at the long term, like 5 years. We want to look at the intermediate term, but we don't also want to, or neither do we want to look at a 1 to 2 minute or 5 minute or something where you're just going to drive yourself nuts. And anyway, this is just one of the first ones I looked at where we are just in the driver's seat on this in such a great way. We're going to take this huge premium in. Like right now, for example, we look at the screen, Amgen's 226. And what's crazy with the volatility, the level of volatility in the market, is if we were to roll out of Amgen right now, I'm showing, let's look at the actual option chain right now. I'm going to update this. This is Fidelity's, and it's nice and clear and clean. So right now, Amgen 226.18, and we sold this week's 225s. And if we were to buy this back, even with an aggressive limit order in right here, it would, if we got a good fill at like 45 cents, think about this. And if multiply this on the contracts that you're doing, on a 10 contract Amgen money press, okay, and I'm just looking at the numbers right now, we collected a $5,100 premium for the week, $5,100 for 1 week, okay? And if we wanted to roll that this morning with Amgen at 226 and change, just capturing the screen right here, if we wanted to roll it, we would have to pay, if we got it at 45 cents with 10 contracts, that would be $450 that it would cost us to buy those back. And again, we collected 5,100, spending $450, and just however you want to see that, you could say, well, I feel comfortable with that. I'm good with that. I took in 5,100 and I'm going to pay $450 to buy it back. And again, to roll it, which means we're going to be selling next week's puts. But think about this. It's $1. These are $1 out of the money, $1 plus right at this particular time. And I guess I'm trying to spit out and say that in a matter of hours, if Amgen just holds over 225 during today, and some of you have plans today, some of you have golfing outings, and I'm not saying that's bad or whatever. I'm just saying that if you can't tend to the market right now, I don't know that your golf dues or whatever, or whatever your plans are, if you can't be by the market, but in this one position right now, if you just hang out and watch it, and not every 1 or 2 minutes, but just, go make a sandwich or go do whatever, but don't be too far from your computer on a Friday, because this option is melting. It's getting very close to the light source. Okay. And on a day like today, I'm just going to let's refresh it right now. So Amgen 226.45. And just as I've been doing a little speech here, it's gone another 10 cents if you were to buy that back at 35 cents in between this spread on a 10 contract thing. I mean, we've just are talking about a Ben Franklin bill in the last 4 or 5 minutes. But I mean, the whole point is allowing this entire week to unfurl, and in volatile times like right now, how even in the final day, there is premium just built in because of where this stock has been this past week. So let's fully realize and appreciate, our entire gain for this week. And if you can at all possibly do it, roll this later on in the session today when there's a mere penny or two left for the time value. And guess what we get to do? We get to go out and sell. Let's look at Amgen's chart. This is the 5-day one right here, but let's just look at, the full bar chart. And why were we even interested in Amgen in the first place? It's because it had this huge gap up higher on one of the bigger volume days of the last year. Okay, we employed the 3-day rule. We let it settle back down, and it was just kind of hanging out here. And there was the Russia, Ukraine reaction right here, and then this huge snapback that we're seeing right now. So I just think Amgen is super solid.